Danjo, hello, welcome all my relations. Today I will be sharing my homeschool corner. We have it in the kitchen and it's just convenient. We do homeschool throughout the house, but the kitchen is like our main place we are because we're always eating and always learning in the kitchen. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so on our top shelf here, I keep all of our technology, our laptops. And then this, I didn't have a home for it on the bottom shelves. And this is easy access to grab. We just have all of our letters for my little ones. I've had this for a few years now. This is a pot holder. However, it didn't fit in my cabinet. And so I thought I would use it for our laptops, our technology station, if you will. I just corralled all the cords. All the cords are hiding in there. This is from Dollar Tree. I got it years ago. I just shopped my home and this was lying around, so I decided to use this. Threw in all the cords and stuck them through the little spaces here. I even broke this to fit it, but yeah, so the chargers are in here hiding and only the cords to actually charge the laptops are sticking out, those little bits. Yeah, and then we keep our headphones also in there. I would like to hang them, but I think it's just too high for the girls to reach. And this has been working great. We've been using this for over a month and it's been working out really well. No problem, so I might just leave it as is. On the left side of our laptops is just kind of our decor. This is empty, but I saw this as inspiration to see and just to liven up the space, as well as this. I don't keep it in our craft area because this is like Mama's, the one that I like. It's a special one that I like to use when we do our special crafts. This is another book that we like to look at. It's super cute. We have our tab here so we can find the day, but it's the Little Book of Joy, 365 ways to celebrate every day. Now we don't look at it every day and we really enjoy that. So that's there. Of course, we keep our sage here, and this is just part of our culture and traditions, and I like to make sure we smudge, we pray, and yeah. Right below the top shelf is basically all of our main things that we use frequently. Yeah, so I keep these in here. This was just the test booklet that we never used. I do math 4 with both my 6th and 4th grader. I think it's a nice refresher and something that we can do together. We don't do this every day. So if we don't do this, we will do one page in one of these, and they're one of their test booklets. And it's just a really quick review for them. And that's my 4th and 6th graders math. And then over on their laptops, they do their math online, which is one of my favorites. I've been using for, this will be our third or fourth year. It's the teaching textbooks. I love it because the sound is like not robotic or anything. And then here is our grammar, one of our grammar books, and super fun. We have our history books for my 4th and 6th grader. And then for writing, I just have them have a composition book. They ended up choosing the same one, which is fine. Moving along, so we have our writing. We've got some more history stuff. This is such a beautiful book. The audio is even more lovely to listen to. So this is also part of our history. And then this is a folder for our online classes. So I put those in there. So that's like their main things that they know how to grab and do. Okay, and then on the other side over here is basically mine and my 1st graders' items. When I say mine, it's because things I need to prep on a whim. I do like to have all of the things I need to look at on a daily or when I have to in an arm's reach. And my 1st grader, I like to grab and pull whatever we're using for that day. This is our spine for our science. This book was a blessing. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely in love with it. I love it so much. So that is for our science that we do all together, as well as Amazing Africa that we are doing this year. I have the partnership writing. Love this. I also have our Jot It Down. I use this for my first grader. This is like a composition book for my first grader. So basically I just write down what she tells me. And then I have our recipes back here. And she tells me, you know, we'll do the recipe. She glues it in and she tells me if she likes it or what her thoughts about it were. Yeah, so we've been enjoying this as our writing. It's been fun. And then here's another thing that I love. This is Alpha Phonics. I've been using this with all 3 of my children throughout the years. Kept that one. And let's see. Okay, so for our math, we do Math with Confidence. I have a first grader, but I still don't mind using the kindergarten. I feel like it's very easy breezy, but also I don't know, I just loved it. I didn't get to go through it last year because she wasn't interested in math. So we did math with in the kitchen, talking about it, using manipulatives, and just playing with math, you know, and experimenting with numbers. And so now I just brought this in this year, and also we're using the Matthew C. So this is another fun one. So she'll do 2 worksheets. They're very simple. Some days she'll only do 1 worksheet. Depending if we do a big lesson, I'll just have her do 1 worksheet. But if it's a really simple lesson or a review, she'll do 1 page from each. This I've been using for all 3 of my girls. My first grader, kindergarten, she wasn't quite ready. I didn't want to introduce this yet. I didn't want her to do this in kinder. So we are doing it now in first grade. I don't like all the other ones that they come with. I've only used this one. I know they have a cursive one. I haven't checked it out or anything or bought it. But yeah, so then we do also the Explode the Code, or this one's Get Ready, Get Set for the Code. So we just finished B. And so she's actually starting this one now. So these are fun. They love these. It comes with all 3. So we did kinder, half of kinder, and then we did the rest of B, this first grade. And now we're just starting C. So, and over here, I didn't mention, but over here in this bin is our finish bin. Whenever the girls have an art piece or a writing piece, any loose papers that is not staying in any books, it needs to go in here. And once it fills up, we can go through it. But because we finished this curriculum, I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And it just lives there until it's full. And then I can go through and say, you know, do I want to keep it? Is it a memory that they love? And then we'll start all over. Moving on to the next shelf below it is the girls' personal caddies. Whatever they want to hold in their caddy is up to them. If they want to put their curriculum in there, they're more than, you know, by all means they could do that. But I do have them here if it's just easy for them to see it. So with these, they would have to like slide it out and then grab their things. Some of their, you know, writing things they need for one of their science classes. But really this shelf is just for them, and they can do and use however they please. We also keep their Pokemon deck, so when we do our Pokemon battle games. And then these are easel boards we got from the Home Depot. They do free Home Depot kits, so their dad does that with them. And then they decided to put them in this shelf because, again, if they want to grab their caddy and then grab their whiteboard to make it fun, they can kind of have at it on this shelf. Yeah, so I did have them personalized. I used to have them right here in the front, but we were getting confused when we were putting things away. So we decided to move their initial to the side so it's easier to find whose caddy is whose. Okay, so below that we have our extra learning stuff. My 4th grader is taking an online robotics class and it required these. So this is actually a new thing that we purchased this year. It's the Vex Go kit. So she's using that frequently. So it's easy for her to grab it in and out. Now this we don't use often. This is kind of if the girls want to, or if I need something that goes with a math lesson, but it's actually things we've used in the past, but we don't necessarily need it. Just corralled everything in a bin. I got rid of a lot of things because we used to have so much math manipulatives, and there's some things like I miss, like the little counting bears and things like that, but I've decided to just make everything fit. And here's our place value chart. I really love this. I got this at Lakeshore, but yeah, it stands up and they can practice with their place value. It also flips over. Yeah, so this is something I've really enjoyed. I used to have these, a lot of these things out because we were using them often, but now not so much. I've used these since my 6th grader was in TK. It's just great for them to learn and play with. Here's kind of what it looks like. Then we have the Geo board with the rubber bands. They can make all kinds of things. The rubber bands, however, are not in here, but they know where they can find them in the art area. And then we have these fun shape boards, another geometry thing they can use. Some cards if they want to play store or something. These are just from past lessons. And then these are multiplication and division practice. There's that. Of course, the good old flashcards. And then this used to go to a puzzle, but I ended up only keeping the shapes. Again, just playing with them and however they please. And some more manipulatives. I got these in the dollar Target spot. Okay, so that's like our math stuff over here. And then to the right is kind of like our language arts, our reading practice, or what again, these they can use anytime they want. My 1st grader can come in here and do whatever she wants with them. But it's all great practice for reading, for handwriting. This is really fun. This is also a great a great sensory tool. And in the back it's got the the uppercase. Here we have some wooden letters. I like these because they have the lowercase in the back. It does come with a wooden utensil where they can trace it. So again, another great thing for writing practice. You can also find like the words tea if you're doing like poetry tea time. They're great for decor to like add some fun to your tea time parties. You know, pulling out letters, maybe T, T-E-A, and just laying them out on the table. Really like livens up your tea party.
Right here.
Okay, baby. And then we have our alphabet beads. These are great. I got the lowercase, but they do have uppercase. I went with the lowercase because we see them more frequently. But yeah, she can make any necklace, bracelet, or just play with them in her sand kitchen, you know, playing alphabet, making alphabet stew or something like that, and they just mix it with the pot. It's super fun. And then here I've had, we don't really use this bit really. We usually just hold them and then she'll practice. My 1st grader can practice her sounds. This is great to throw in a bag, super convenient. Again, we don't really use this piece, but it does come with like cards like this, and then you can find the matching, and then they practice, and then they see the word to match it, and also a picture to go with it. And then right here is like our male caddy. Part of our writing, we do one day where we just sit down and we, practice writing letters, practice writing addresses and mailing things out. I did leave the lacing cards here, so if my little 1st grader gets bored, she can work on some lacing cards. And then we have stamps if we need to mail something out. And we also collect stamps. So we'll put them in here and collect those. I like to use different writing utensils to make writing more fun, especially when we're doing our mail time. We have more stamps to send. This is envelopes. Some is mail I need to take out and have in the car so I can drop it off. And then some is extra papers and cards. And I also have this out for my first grader so she can do Play-Doh if she chooses not to join in on the writing, but usually she does. So got a writing folder I can talk about. I got these on Amazon. These are great. They're watercolor postcards and they can decorate them however they please. Super fun. And then, you know, just getting random cards and they can fill out and send it to whoever they'd love to send it out to. Okay, here at the top we have our 100-acre wood curriculum at the top, and in the back I hold extra clipboards because they're convenient when we need to work somewhere else around the house or sometimes outside, wherever it is. This is our sight words game. We made our caddy that holds everything we need for if we're doing some kind of work together. I like to leave this one as our share caddy, so we always make sure we don't use this unless it's sit down time together. So at the top is like our circle time stuff. If I want to do any type of circle time things with my first grader, I can just pull whatever out. Like today we did these and our practicing time. So these are fun storytelling cards. These have been a favorite. They're just really cute illustrations. Pointer stick, because you gotta have a pointer stick. I've had these monthly cutouts for a long time at an old job. I kept them, so sometimes we'll do like songs with our story circle time. This is another favorite. Logic kind of thing going on here, but you'll read it and then they have to find out what it is they're talking about. And it has all kinds of subjects, as you can see. Social studies, there's science related ones, mathematics, so a nice mixture, but this has been great. This is just an extra thing that we did for practicing counting by tens. These were our letter cards that we used all through kindergarten. I just made my own flashcards. A book if I want to pull that out and she can read it to me or read it together. Some more blending sounds. These are the instructions to this to give more ideas, so I leave that in there if I need a little boost of inspiration to get me going. This came with her my first grader's All About Reading, so it's like a rhyming activity, so we keep that in there if we want to play around a game for circle time. This can be used for singing songs, rhyming, or storytelling. This can be used for really anything our heart. Yeah, so that's about it in here. We've got some more monthly signs, a math book I can read little by little, money, a magnet. So this is our circle time drawer. I don't use everything in here on one day. I like mix it up and try my best to do at least one activity. If it's not like a song or something together, I'll grab something in here. And I like this too because I don't keep the little pegs in, so I can easily grab it out. And so yeah, the blue light glasses, a charger if I need to disconnect, you know, use one laptop and take it elsewhere in the house. I have a charger in case it dies on me. All the mouses and an audible, a voice recorder. Keep all of our whiteboards. Little eraser. This has been another fun one. The girls like it can also be used as a whiteboard. But okay. This is our things that we need for our Math with Confidence. It's the math kits, so I always make sure I keep the math kits together. So this I can just throw it in my backpack or my bag, and whatever math lesson, all the materials we need will be in here. Our printer paper, construction paper, other miscellaneous paper. They like origami. And then we have our cardstock papers in here. And then this is for whenever they want to do Technic stuff and use that however they please. I'm getting some stuff. And then here we have our Matthew C. counting blocks. Okay. A lot of the other items that we use are sprinkled throughout the house. I also have a bag here that I keep on my kitchen chair. So when we leave the house to do school elsewhere, I can throw in our math kit or anything that the girls are not holding in their backpacks. I can easily throw it in here and we can head out the door. A few things that are missing because we use them frequently throughout the house is our Yoda player and our timers. We use them all the time, so they never really stay on top of our shelf because they're constantly being used. And our student store used to be here, but because our finish bin was more of a frequent thing that we needed to access more frequently, I switched it out and I put our student store bag above the refrigerator because we don't need it as often. So that's everything in our homeschool corner. I hope it has sparked a little inspiration for you in your homeschool area. You don't need a huge area. I probably have too much still, but I've definitely decluttered a lot. And also just know that I have been homeschooling for quite some time now, since my 6th grader was in TK, but even before that we were doing preschool work. So a lot of the things I have accumulated for over 8 years, so I didn't just get it all in one go. So please don't feel like you need any of this to educate your children, because you honestly can educate them without any of this stuff. And I've used a lot of things that are not even in this area to educate my children. I just wanted to show you just what we have and what we've used, and also just the things that I have kept that I still love. And yeah, so thank you again for staying, and I hope you have a great October. Bye. Yeah, we'll go ahead and read for October 1st. And here's the picture, super cute. On an autumn walk. Go for a walk today and take in what's happening in nature. Listen to crunching leaves, see shades of gold, orange, and red. Feel snapping sticks under your feet. What do you smell on your walk? When you get home, taste something warm and yummy. It's a little hot where we live, so I'm not sure if we will eat anything warm today because we're already sweating over here. It is in the high 90s. Thank you for staying until the end, and have a great October.